know you were looking forward to spending time with Bridget and Logan.
Yeah, but the hospital needs her. She's got to work overtime right now. I am disappointed, but I can see her another time.
On the bright side, at least you get to spend some quality time with Ridge.
That's right. And that's what we need right now. Alone time together.
But you're not going to call him and tell him you're staying in town.
Tell him? I think I can do better for my husband. I'm going to surprise him.
I'm your husband.
Yes.
That's not possible.
I'm married to Brooke. I'm her husband. We signed divorce papers, but we never filed them.
You did, Ridge. You filed them the night we were in Vegas, right before we went to the chapel.
I could keep doing that all night.
I was hoping you will.
We are so lucky to be here together after everything we've been through.
Especially after that whole Sally ordeal.
Yeah, well, I knew we'd get through it. I also know we're not going to make those same mistakes ever again.
Oh, I learned my lesson. I'm going to be the clingiest boyfriend you ever had. You're going to get sick of me real quick.
Sick of you? Oh, come on. We are still making up for lost time.
Ridge and I are ready for a new start. We're going to push the restart button on our marriage tonight.
Good for you. And I knew you couldn't stay apart for long.
I just feel like we've been tested so much lately.
Yeah, well, Shauna lurking around sure didn't help.
Yeah, and Quinn and Thomas. I mean, they've been on a mission to break us up for quite a while now. But it hasn't worked, and it feels like we've just gotten stronger.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, what have you got planned?
Oh, it will be an evening that we'll never forget.
I don't remember much about that night, just bits and pieces.
Apparently, you had had a lot to drink.
Well, we've all seen the photos. It looked like you had a lovely time and you ended the evening in a very significant way.
Shauna, you say that Ridge is now your husband and that you exchanged vows in a Las Vegas chapel.
It obviously happened, Dad. But it can't be legitimate. I mean, how could I file those divorce papers?
Oh, Carter. Come on in.
Hey, everybody. Your copy.
My copy of what?
The executed divorce papers.
You know, my mom and I have a very different relationship than you and yours. I mean, mine can be a little, how do you say, overbearing? And Shauna doesn't seem that way. Like, it seems like you guys have this caring, respectful relationship. It's amazing.
My mom has the biggest heart I know. She's just spent so much time in her life helping other people, especially me. I think she deserves everything. She deserves a good life, a great guy, love, all of it.
She definitely has a wonderful daughter. I mean, you are wonderful everything, but I hope you know how much you bring to my life.
I think I have an idea.
That's good, because then I don't have to list like all your exceptional qualities, one right after another.
Oh, no. I mean, who am I to stop you?
Right. It was just the more time we spend together and the more experiences we share, the longer that list of exceptional qualities is gonna get. And I just don't know if I have the time to tell you how happy you make me. It might take days and days and days.
Well, I'm willing to make some room in my schedule for you.
See? Patience. That's one of the top three.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Along with your unwavering loyalty and your compassion and generosity for others, your charming wit and your sense of adventure, your strength and bravery. And all of this, like, you're doing all of this with just one kidney. I mean, that's
Wyatt.
I just want you to know that I think you're the most beautiful woman in the world.
Those are your and Brooks' divorce papers, signed and executed.
I think there's some confusion about that.
I don't recall having this discussion with you.
It's right there, the date and time I received your request.
That's the night I was in Vegas.
That's what I've been telling you.
You texted me that night. You told me to file the divorce papers. I even double-checked with you.
Is it possible there was some miscommunication between you two?
I was wondering as much. That's why I called you right away, but you sent me the voicemail. You texted back to just do it. I have the text right here. Believe me, I would never leave something like this up to a misunderstanding. Remember the moment exactly. As your lawyer and your friend, it was not a text I was expecting.
Yeah, we were all a little surprised.
Yeah, but Vegas is all about the unexpected. You never know what the night is going to bring. It's spontaneous. It's exhilarating.
I feel so bad that you don't have any memory of that part of the night. I mean, you were so enthusiastic about us and what we were going to do.
So I'm divorced from Brooke.
Yes. I mean, you and Brooke signed the decree months ago, but you told me to hold off on filing the divorce papers so you can try and work through some issues. I assume you finally reached a decision to dissolve the marriage.
My marriage is over.
Yes. Am I missing something?
Ridge and Shauna went to a chapel later that night and they got married.
You what?
It's true.
And since Brooke and Ridge were legally divorced by that point...
I can't believe this, Ridge. There's some kind of problem. If you were coerced in any way.
I'm not saying that.
Something tells me there's more to discuss here. I'm sure Ridge will be in touch. Thanks, Carter.
Thank you, Carter. Thank you for stopping by.
Okay.
I can see you're trying to put the pieces together, and I'm sure it's very overwhelming for you. But you were so sure about the commitment we were making to each other. Otherwise, I never would have gone through with it. It was something that we both wanted. And so what? It was in Vegas. It's still meaningful. And it's just the beginning. That night, I vowed to cherish you for the rest of your life. And I will. You have my promise that I will be the best, most supportive, loving wife that you could ever possibly ask for. you think that Ridge went right to Brooke?
Probably. Who cares?
That was wild.
Why aren't you jumping for joy? We can finally celebrate. Eric's off at a meeting. It's just you and me.
I don't know. I'm still absorbing everything.
Well, absorb the fact that it worked. I mean, it's done. Our plan was a success. It worked better than I thought it would. We should be opening up a bottle of champagne.
Quinn, this whole situation is very complicated.
Aren't you ecstatic?
Well, of course I am. I'm married to the man of my dreams, but did you see Ridge's reaction?
Yeah, he was shocked. But what you did for him was so good. You changed the trajectory of his life.
Quinn, he was totally blindsided.
He'll get over it. And so will Eric.
Your husband is Brooke's biggest fan.
Wait until everybody sees how good you are for Ridge.
Wait until they find out what you and I did to make this happen.
What we did was brilliant. You and Ridge got married. And Brooke is out of his life for good.
Hey.
Surprise. I know you thought I was leaving town. But my daughter called at the last minute to tell me she had to cancel. So instead of telling you, I thought it would be much more fun to surprise you. I'm all yours tonight, my sexy, handsome husband.
Do you remember that time we got caught making out underneath the bleachers?
Oh, yeah. That was junior year. After soccer practice, Coach Polinsky made me run sprints when he caught us.
I got you in a lot of trouble back then, didn't I?
Yeah, you kind of did. But I'm totally okay with it. It was worth it. Still is.
We're gonna have a lot of interesting stories to tell our kids one day.
Yeah, but maybe we shouldn't tell them all the stories. Like, I mean, there's some stuff we can leave out. Wait a second, did you just say you wanted to have kids with me?
I mean, not like tomorrow, but someday. Yeah. If I feel so inclined.
I mean, I have some cute kids, though. As long as they took after you, of course.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'd be fine with them having a few of your traits.
Wait, is this the moment where you start listing off my exceptional qualities? Because we can jump into that.
I would love to, you know that. But there is just not enough time in the world to list them all.
That's a good answer.
Shauna, you should be over the moon. You love Ridge. You're his wife now.
I am happy, Quinn. And I wish I could just focus on that. I've waited my whole life for a day like this. But the look on Ridge's face, he was stunned by the news.
Yeah, well, I mean, we both know why. He doesn't really know what happened that night. Only you and I do.
What if someone figures it out? You saw how concerned Carter was that Ridge doesn't even remember texting him.
No, come on. We have the text trail and the papers have already been filed. Stop second guessing what we did.
Well, it's easy for you to say.
Really? You think I didn't put myself on the line to help you out? And I did it happily. But if Eric ever finds out what I did, I mean, he's gonna throw me out. He'll never talk to me again. And you'll lose your brand new husband. So we need to stay the course and keep moving forward. No one can ever know what we did. Shauna, honey, please don't feel guilty. You did the right thing for you and Ridge. I mean, come on. You're Mrs. Ridge Forrester.
You look surprised. I was too, when Bridget canceled. And as much as I want to see my daughter and my grandson, I am thrilled to be here with you, Ridge. To have you home again. Home where you belong. I wasn't going to say this. I wasn't going to mention anybody's name. But what happened with Bill and me, I think that's why you ran to Vegas with Shauna. I know, we're not going to talk about this. We're going to put this away and behind us and move on. And tonight we're just going to enjoy each other. Because we have, yet again, overcome another obstacle. And it feels so good, doesn't it? I mean, earlier I was just remembering all of our wonderful times together. All of our adventures and memories and even the hardships. Because I think that's what made us who we are. We're stronger together. And that just proves my point that you are my destiny and I am yours. And we are going to grow old together as husband and wife.
You ended your marriage to Brooke that night. I'm your wife. You're my husband.
Ridge, is something wrong?
No, nothing. Everything you said is true about us, our past, and who we are to each other, and the love that we share. And I remember the first time I saw you, I knew you were going to be the woman that would define my life. And yes, we've overcome so much, especially recently.
Okay. Well, that's all very nice, everything that you're saying, but I can tell there's still something that's bothering you. So what is it? You can tell me anything. I'm your wife.